just amazing voice.
Well, I want to say, because we don't have much time, and I know you needed to hear some of these stories. This is a different kind of conversation than anything like this. This is very interesting. It's very natural. And I thank you, Beverly, for making this such an easy ride here. But you know what I'm doing now is many things. I want to say, first of all, that a young man that I've taken on is my son, named Michael Lewis. I briefly mentioned that. I wrote a book called Condemnation Little Me. He was 13 when he was arrested here in Atlanta in an area called the Bluff for a murder he did not commit, but even if he had committed it, he really wanted to put children in prison as adults. He was convicted on the testimony of 4 dope boys and 2 crackheads who were all trying to get a deal on their own little minor cases and just said they saw him do what he didn't. He has been in prison since then. That was 1997. He was 13, he's 33 now. He just got set off yesterday for 4 more years. So if you want to do something right this minute, I would like my daughter and our friend and our colleague, Tina Adams, to stand up because we have Michael Lewis Lake in Pennsylvania. If you want to help out, if you want to do something today, come and give them your names so we can talk about how we're going to free little me. Okay, that's my big immediate cause. I'm also working with Justice Mario Woods. Committee Mario Woods was a young brother, 20-some years old, in San Francisco, shot down by San Francisco PD. Like a shooting range, had maybe 8 or 9 cops around him, said he had a knife. He had a knife or something like this pen, a kitchen knife. They said they told him to drop it, he didn't drop it, but we know that the police know how to behave because a white guy in San Francisco just the other day, everybody read about that civic center out there with a Tech 9 or something, standing out there, and they talked him down, and they didn't even take him to jail. They didn't tase him, they didn't shoot him, they didn't even take him to jail. They took him to a hospital for psychiatric evaluation and to get the help.
Talking about that's when training kicked in.
We know the police know what to do and how to talk to him. So it's only when it's black people, brown, not enough to protest. We have to make sure we drive this point home. We're getting ready to have a big rally in San Francisco on October 7th. We want to try to put as many people in the street as we can. We call it the DA's resignation. We call it Kamala Harris, who's a black woman attorney general of the state of California, has done not one thing about any of these cases. Wants to be the U.S. Senator and probably will be. We have to also be able to judge and think critically and not just because you see a black face, think that's your friend. Power or doing nothing to help you. I won't even speak about what's going on in Atlanta because then I'll get into another piece, but it's not Atlanta, I remember. So what you've got to do is get in the street and you've got to organize it. The most critical piece is not to be loose. Not to think it's going to happen on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like in the words of paraphrase Bill Scott Heard, it's not going to be televised. A revolution requires your input, your organization. And lastly, what I'm doing is I have something called Open Enterprises, and because this is a survival program going back to the old days, I figured out how to acquire a 3/4 acre piece of property in the middle of West Oakland, on which I have an urban farm being run by 10 farmers. They can be formed a for-profit out of our nonprofit. They're all fully incarcerated, getting paid $20 an hour, and I'm not claiming it. So it is hard, but we got it done. And so we want to create a model for how, when nobody's coming to get you, and it doesn't really matter who's going to be the president of this country, because the scheme is in place. So what we have to do is be able to fight for ourselves and our survival because ain't nobody coming to get us. And we ought to know by now our lives not only don't matter, but we almost get in the way. And so we're in the way in Atlanta, we're in the way in Oakland, the numbers have dissipated. We are not even necessary anymore, but we wouldn't necessarily have to 1865 anyway. So we have not been recognized, we as black people. And one more thing I have to Then there's like South, of course, Johannesburg, and some other place, all on the coast, right? I promise. Delta has Delta, biggest airline, 3 flights that I saw going into the continent of Africa. Our people are colonized there. We have to have a vision and a global view of what we're going to dedicate ourselves, and that's the big thing I would ask young people to do. Don't get comfortable because you got a rental car, you got a little credit card, they work out there. Don't get comfortable because you're in university and think it's all good. Remember that you're a part of people that have been enslaved and remain oppressed in this country, unless you think that if you just really work hard, you can become a Ben Carson. Ben Carson's white. So, anyway, we have to know that the struggle is continuing. That would be my biggest message. Thank you.
That's it. Where you gotta go? You gotta go down there now.
You want me to record?
Yeah.
Timetable as possible. So
Did you say if you gotta?
Yeah. Huh?
let's take once we come here, we're going to alternate sides.
My question is, how do you feel, what are your thoughts about all the social programs that the Black Panther Party started? What are your thoughts about how the government has co-opted those and all of these nonprofits, but they don't give you all the credit?
Well, we're not looking for credit, we're looking for a victory for the people, so that's not the point. Our goal was to have the government, we were Marxist Leninists, just so you know, we're and that was Black Panther Party was not a nationalist organization, and it wasn't many things that people think it was, but what it was basically communism with a small c, but we recognized we had a debt. But our goal, our subject goal was Black liberation, and we always kept that at the forefront of our struggle. So we wanted the idea that Lenin suggested that the people will make a demand that the government will always be able to satisfy. We haven't made any demands lately at all. So when you have free breakfast in the schools, most of it, a lot of it is deteriorated to almost stuff you can't even fight for, just to resurrect that things. So we are happy, and I'm happy that the government hasn't co-opted anything. Co-opting, giving away some free houses, let's see them do that. They're going to ask for free water and free electricity and free everything else. And then there's going to be that moment when what we're going to demand is not going to be possible unless we fight for it. But the people begin to have a victory. So these are steps that you have to take in the revolutionary struggle. Let's everybody get down and fight tonight, and it's going to be a losing battle toe to toe. I just told you what they got. And we couldn't have masked that in this room if we wanted to. So it is a victory for the people that the government has said, I'll make a demand for breakfast. The government said, oh, let me have breakfast. Now we'll make a demand for housing. We'll make a demand for shoes. We'll make a demand for free health care. We don't have that. We don't have free health care now. So let us keep fighting for those things because we get a benefit and we get a victory. So we don't feel bad at all because we never intended for the Black Panther Party to become an issue for the people alone.
Thank you for the opportunity of seeing you again. I arrived at UC in 1967, and I watched the Black Panther Party at the Washington campus at noon rallies, which I'm sure you remember. My question is, somebody said the more things change, the more they remain the same. The crisis that we're going through in this country at home continues to get worse and worse and worse. What, from your perspective, from your experience, do you suggest as a strategy, as a modus operandi or branding that we should employ to ameliorate and to counter the awfulness and the grim nature of the society and the leader that doesn't seem to care much about our welfare and our well-being?
Well, you know, the expectation that a country that oppressed us or put us in slavery for 250 years is going to care about us is really kind of naive. So we have to start with the concept that we are not, our lives don't matter, except that we may be in the way as a group of people that might be inching up on getting rights and so forth and so on. But one of the things that we always said as a slogan was repression breeds resistance. So what I'm seeing is while we're not ready, we haven't come to that place where we have the kind of movement, mass movement, that we have, we call the freedom movement back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, which was a combination of what people want to call the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King never talked about the civil rights movement. That came after the fact. We talked about the freedom movement. Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. Before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. We didn't talk about the civil rights movement or Black Power. We talked about freedom. And you have to know that because that's important. Because no matter what, the Black Panther Party loved Dr. King. People think we were different. Oh, he was nonviolent and violent. No, you're confusing some of the speeches of Malcolm X. You're confusing Stokely Carmichael. Different voices came from different places. But at the end of the day, Malcolm X came back in 64 to talk to Dr. King. Stokely Carmichael knows that he loved Dr. King, and so forth and so on. If we were one big group and maybe not, maybe in different parts, we need to get that spirit of things, but it's coming. As my friend Jamil Abdullah said to me one day when I said I was totally impressed with where we were, he said, "Vengeance is evidently in our way, and we just need to be ready to fight when we get all the conditions right." So the conditions have to be right. We can't control this because we didn't put this into place. But when we get those conditions, you young people are out here, it's your turn. Don't mess around. That brother, Dr. Guy-Sheftall, me, whatever we had to do, we just got to balance you know, training. It's your time, it's your turn, and it's coming because it's inevitable that you cannot continue this level of repression and barbarity against people and nothing's going to happen. And so we want to work.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. You briefly mentioned the Golden Belt and Gary Hoover, which is the head Black Panther Party. Given the suspect in helping push to the lives of the activities there, how do you compare what was done then to now? Are they continuing with this type of activity?
That's a great question, and it's the most probably important question there is. Because people don't know what COINTELPRO is. I'll tell you what it's about. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. So, the essence of COINTELPRO there was the assault, the overt assault on the party. There was the maligning of the party. They still malign the party. Right now, you got film out, films, people talk about community was blood, coke dealer, coke addict, all this stuff. They're still maligning the name of the Black Panther Party. well, my play cousin just had a birthday party. Really? I tell people get on my Facebook page. Please don't send me anything else. I talk about black liberation. Don't post up your little stuff on my Facebook page. I'm not dealing with it. And you'll be unfriended or something, right? So, whatever that is, my daughter is, I can't think about it too much. But the point I want to make is, COINTELPRO is alive and well. I'm in an organization now, it's a loose-knit coalition. And within that coalition, you have people who are coming in automatically to be disruptive. Well, I don't think we should do this, or I think we should go out here and shoot some police. I'm always scared of those people. And you don't know who they are. This is actively going on to dissipate the movement. The gangs were saying the problem is gangs are being disrespected by the black movement. And then we have a whole argument between gays and blacks, as though black people aren't also gays, so that's how you conform that piece together. So it's like crazy stuff. And this is what is going on. And then anybody, I've asked a very famous person to put his or her name, two famous people, to our Black Panther Party 50th anniversary as co-chairs. And they have said today, not this day, but like last week, they're afraid to do it because they might lose money. And these are people that are consciously caring about it. It is working today. And what it works on is there's fear. This is what's going to happen. If you go to Dallas, it's going to get blown up like that boy in Dallas. Don't get down in the street. Everybody backed up on that. Everybody backed up. You could have just said, it's only inevitable. You keep killing people that people will fight back. You could have said that and you've been out. Yeah, you've been out. But no, everybody got straight. So COINTELPRO, and this is just a brief statement, it's too complex to talk about. All the way, somebody can say, oh, that brother that just went out the door, he called me. I think somebody in the room is abusing everybody else around there. Yeah, but nothing, just nothing at all. And so when we put stuff on Facebook and you don't know who's really putting it there, it goes on and on. We just have to keep our eye on the prize. That's what we do.
Get time for one more question.
You know what, I'm sorry. Like, who's talking?
Can you speak a little bit on how you maintain your sanity after going through everything you experienced, and then how you maintain living life that you enjoy, understanding the reality of friendship?
Well, I appreciate that question because I didn't get past my insanity after 15 years in therapy. My daughter would tell you the hell she paid from my own rage after the Black Panther Party. I was like, how can I work for anywhere in the country when I've been fighting to tear all this down? How can I get a job anywhere? And I was angry with everybody. I got a job everywhere. And everywhere I got a job, I ended up quitting, and it was always a violent and moved. You know, it's like going back to my mother, I'd be like, oh, is that what you got to say about me? And I go, wait a minute, I need a job. You know, my daughter, my poor little child, was saying to me, Mommy, I want to be an actor. Now, children don't say this, right? Oh, you want to work with this white man and be in his stupid movies? About Harriet Tubman, I was like, an essay. Well, why? I mean, I was just talking to a little girl, she'd be like, just ask me a question. So it was like that. I didn't hold on to my sanity. I was enraged every day. I'm enraged even now, but I'm old now, see? So I learned how to have things like this. And I did go to therapy. And my therapist said to me after a while, are you going to have, like, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? Or are you just going to cry about black men not being in the Black Panther Party? And I said, I don't know. What do you mean? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? And I knew one thing, I couldn't end my life because I had a daughter that I was responsible to. And when you have a daughter that you're responsible to, then it can't be about just you. When you have people that you're responsible to, it can't be about you, right? And I want to say this before I leave, I'll say one quick thing, but so it isn't a matter of holding on to your sanity. We should be all praying for you. Black people are praying for you. We're living in a post-traumatic slave syndrome. We already know that, right? So we have to but we just have to channel it in understanding that we have a job to do as well. We cannot unknow this situation. We cannot act like this isn't happening. How do we do that? How do I do it as an individual? And that was my greatest problem in raising my daughter, that I was so forth, a woman, a great writer named Jody K. Barbara. And she was a mother of her daughter too. And I would like her daughter Carmen to stand up to us and tell us hello. Just because on raising our children and being the struggle and figuring out how we were going to be normal parents and all that. And it didn't work out so well for us, but I guess it's all right. So we praise you. So I want to close up for me by saying you've been a wonderful audience. You make me feel very good and it's able to talk to some young people like this in this manner.